As you start to do more in File Explorer, it's important to get familiar with menus, ribbons, and other controls that you have for configuring the interface. In the File Explorer window, of course, we see this File button, which opens up a menu. But next to that, we see Home, Share, and View, which open up these ribbons. Menus and ribbons are really similar. They're both basically lists of commands that you can trigger. And I really want to focus here on the View ribbon. This is where you can customize how things look in the File Explorer window, and it's also a good place to get some practice working with ribbons. Now first, I want you to see if I click anywhere away from that ribbon, it closes. If you want the ribbon to stay open, you can open it up again, then click this thumbtack icon near the top right. Now when I click away from it, it will stay open. And I usually like to keep my ribbons pinned open like this, but if you do need to close it later, you can click this little arrow right here. Okay, so let's start here at the Layout section, Layout. With the Details view selected, our files are listed with their file name, as well as a bunch of other information, like the date the file was modified, the type of file it is, the file size, and so on. Now I'm going to switch over to a different layout view. Let's go to the Large Icons view, so I'll click on that. Now this is completely different. I do see the same files, but the layout has just changed. And there are a bunch of other views available, so take a look and see what you like. One nice thing is that you can just point at these different options, and it gives you a preview. It doesn't actually change until you click on them. So I can just get a preview, and I want to switch back to Details, so I'll click on that, and it's set back on Details. Now next to the layout, there are some sorting and grouping options. These options can be very useful when you're trying to find something in a long list of files. First, let me click on Sort By. Currently, everything is sorted by the file name, but if I want to sort everything by the size of the file, it changes the order of everything, and now the largest files are at the top, the smallest are at the bottom. I can go back to that menu, and I can choose other criteria. Let's just reset it to Name, so everything is alphabetized. Now, if I go to Group By, and let's say I want to group these files by file type, we have very clearly delineated sections where I can see the different types of files. I can see picture files separated from music files, separated from documents, and so on. Now over on the far left side of the View ribbon, there are some options to turn some extra panels on and off. Now I'm not going to go through all of these, but just to give you an example, I can go into the menu for the navigation pane, and I can click here to turn the navigation pane off, and that completely removes that sidebar on the left. So it is kind of important to turn that back on, so I'm going to go back to that menu, click on navigation pane again, and that panel comes back. Now this is one of those places where you should just take the opportunity to explore instead of me explaining every option.